Oh, hello. I hope you find the maths lessons useful. When you've done them, you can try a few of your own examples, just put your own numbers in, and then you can use some examples from your maths homework book, or you can use some examples from the study pack that you might have taken home at the end of the term.
Short division. Question number 1, 132 divided by 6. First thing to do is set it out very neatly. And then with division, remember all you're doing is asking the same question over and over again. And the question of course is, how many times can you take 6 away from 1? And the answer is 0. So now the 1 teams up with the 3 to get 13, and the question is, how many times can you take 6 away from 13? And the answer of course is 2. But when you do that, you do of course have 1 left over, so that's why you've got a little 1 just in front of the 2. And now the 1 and the 2 team up to make 12. So the question is, how many times can you take 6 away from 12? And you don't have to be a times tables rock star to realise that you can take 6 away from 12 twice. So now we've got the answer, 132 divided by 6 equals 22. So let's move on to question 2, 67 divided by 4. Once again, the first thing to do is to very carefully write down the question, and then we start asking the questions again. So how many times can you take 4 away from 6? And the answer is 1, with 2 left over. So the 2 and the 7 team up, and the question becomes, how many times can you take 4 away from 27? And the answer of course is 6, because 6 fours are 24, with 3 left over. Now because there aren't any digits left, we've got to put some in ourselves, and the only digit you can put in is 0, a placeholder, but because you're doing this you have to put in the decimal point, and don't forget the decimal point above in the answer line as well. So now the question becomes, how many times can you take 4 away from 30? The answer of course is 7, because 7 fours are 28, and there are 2 left over. Now at this point you have to put in another placeholder, so the 2 can team up with the 0 to make 20. And the question is, how many times can you take 4 away from 20? And the answer of course is 5. So this now gives us the answer, 67 divided by 4 equals 16.75.